something that nobody thinks about, that what's truly happening here, the possibility that maybe you are being you have been being shown on through the screen. It's called a screen, but there is monitor too. This is a monitor that you're on. Now I correlate it. Now it's really tricky because there's like the word money in there, maybe can be, and see the monetary system. It's not. There's not a coincidence. My last video was trying to tell you I'm playing with my cat right now. She loves me, and she just she's full of yen, but there's a warrior inside of her. Oh, she's so precious and wonderful. Oh, what's your favorite? Oh, I do energy work. See, I don't admit or even tell you who I am. I mean, everybody is, though. Everybody has the access to energy here, and you should take responsibility and do energy work, and so I just did. I'm taking responsibility for the energy work I've done, and it takes a while to get to the point of that freedom. Really, it's responsibility, actually. Oh, God. A lot of my subject matter lately, of course, we're getting back into this channel that will come up. The thing that's coming up is, well, mankind, men, conjunct sun over there, I think it's egoic man is facing God like the truth, which is Aquarius, the Leo and Aquarius. It's very much, I know Aquarius is pointing at science behind science, babes. It's the higher octave of Leo, um, of, of, of Mercury, really, we'll say. We need to say, too. See, I said that about Leo is because your opposite is especially when you're going around starting at Aries. Aries has nothing on Libra. There's something to learn there. Taurus has something to learn from Scorpio, and so on. They're opposite. That's because it's an evolutionary process that we're going through. Pisces, if you know one of those people, you're a privileged person. You should really get into their energy, that Piscean. Depends, if if they have other planets that are prominent, but the Pisces sun and the Pisces rising or the Pisces moon, they are, first of all, you have a mystical creature in your life, like you're as good as like communicating with an original, any kind of cat or a beautiful spirit that's in your life that you happen to have that God gives you. I have to make sure that this cat does not fall straight out of this fucking window. Thanks for listening, babes. I just wanted to say I might be taking a break. Um, I'm having a good solstice time, all except for the toothache, right? And also difficulties with my love life. But I don't take that on personally. Everyone has something with that life. That it's life. Well, if you like Jesus, Christ, Christ Jesus, just Christ itself. It's just the is. If you like the is, like here now, like how have you treated everything so far, right? I mean, I'm not like doing this on you, but you're just gonna go by a feeling. Go by the feelings. It depends on how old you are now. Like, there's certain areas of your life that it's like, well, this is not feeling too hot. It's like, okay, you're okay. Just maybe more love needs to be looked into. Like, is it really love? I mean, a lot of people are they would have a problem with their love life right about now, right? I'm 50 and I don't take it personally though. See, that's what I'm saying though. See, that's the thing. That was kind of weird that I had a conversation just like that just now because a lot of times it's just your financing, right? They do relate it with your financing, right? Of course. Babes, it's hijacked. If it says in God we trust on the money, it's kind of like a hint on how to do this game. There's the media, there's a broadcast. Hey, you got this down right. Here you go. Well, no, not even with the word love there is are we in going to understand or remember a diddly darn thing as to how to play this game here. But I say, enjoy We Trust. Of course. Now the kids can play. In case you started out as a kid and everything. Talk about that. We're talking about, it's the 23rd, but I'll put this on Christmas, I think, where it's the 25th, and we're talking about the baby Jesus, right? Well, I don't know. Big deal. No, really, what's happening is that the sun, not S-O-N, it's S-U-N. Let's get into the truth here, okay? First of all, no people can be the truth as an answer. No, that's the truth is the right answer. So people aren't the right answer. If we're looking at that, it's the truth is the right answer. There's the truth about people. If you want to get into that, boy, that's another whole other seminar that's fascinating because only a few people really know the true nature of people. As far as if you include the factor of the mind in there, which the mind doesn't want you to admit that it's there, distorting everything up with its memory bank. There's this, oh no, I got people down, babe. Oh boy, doesn't that sound familiar? You want to get feelings coming from your inner core value, experiential reality, I guess. It's just your, but humanity has turned into this thing where it's infecting, it's infected, right? And um, it's not up to just any one person to take that on. I don't take it personally that has happened. I have forgiveness. I forgive myself. See what I am experiencing though. See what I'm aiming for and keep hoping for is that I can get in to being salvaged by the true God that I know, by being led in the right direction, just saying, let's do this. I'm here. My last video and some videos before, I need to start titling them right to match more like the points that I hit. Like the last video, it's gotta make sure to talk about it. It's just it's controversial subject matter when we're talking about even if women are here, but let alone men, if they both exist, and what are they doing here? On Facebook, it's weird. It's like, nah, this is not community acceptable to our community. I'm like, what community? This thing doesn't really have a community on here. If we're talking about human beings, because that's what I do relate those two with being possible human beings, don't you? Well, but now I have subject matter on here that you're probably familiar with. Everybody went to Christmas, though, and it's like, where is everybody? And really, I am in need here. More than ever, it's come to the wire. See, with this Mars opposing Pluto, all of our bodies are going to go through a literal rebirthing. And because the nature of the true nature of Pluto is to regenerate and rehaul and clean out, purge what isn't the truth, and it leads the divine left, which is God. In Aquarius, see, that's what's happening with all of humanity. And so now we're getting this first confrontation with Mars in Leo, which is a very good place for it. This is why it's going to be a healing thing for a lot of us. Let alone that Mars is going backwards. There's a dump over there, and they got people with trucks that come into the trash cans and stuff. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah. It's in a really powerful place there because Mars is in a powerful place. And this is the aspect. See, I'm a Mars little person. And it's like, babe, do you realize that we're having a Mars aspect now? And that all of humanity, because I am humanity, I am like the nerve endings of it. Sorry, you're connected too, by the way. Kind of difficult, but see, you don't take all of that on and call it your own. None of this. Like especially, say, your illnesses, your nervous disorders, whatever is coming from being collectively connected to something that is completely out of balance. It's just it's in infection mode. It's infected. I don't know about you, but I live in a highly, I would say, infectious area. But no, see, there's two aspects to the story. See, not always that the narcissism is going to take you over and you're going to become a narcissist. It's more like you as a rebellion, a rebeller, somebody who says the truth, and it kind of rings louder so much so they're all like, they mob on you. You are more powerful than they are. They you're an infectious thing too, but it's the opposite. See, if they weren't so in a mob and controlling each other and mobbed up like this and they don't want one to believe. And see, if you cornered one and sent them to Christ, it would say it. Well, you don't have to be Christ. You just corner one and look at them and ask them questions. They will really how do you really feel about it? You say, oh, they don't have a real solid ground. None of them are solid in the first place. They only have solidarity or whatever, solidity in numbers, right? Strength in numbers. Otherwise, you get one or two away, one, and individually they have nothing that they're standing for within themselves. There's nobody there really. Bottom line, they'll probably say, "Oh no, no, I didn't mean it. Actually, I just want to go bowling." Right? It's like, what do you mean? I just got mobbed by, and you were standing right there with them. Oh, no, they just kind of they fizzle out. They don't have isn't anybody there that's supporting anything. No constitution. How about that? I'm talking. I'm starting to understand this stuff and talking in such a way. And see, I've been alone a lot, and I can do it, but I'm in the middle of having to change. Pardon me while I'm just letting you know that I'm going to be taking a break. Christmas time total distraction system over there that's just, I'm so tired. Because within your daily life, though, you know that the work life, people that run out the door and they come back, and that's the wishy-washy, fragmented style of living where it's attempting to join them. You know what I mean? But if you're achieved in having disconnected from the matrix, you're kind of forefronting the everything that's happening here. So you know a lot more, and you're able to, you can use technology for the real reason why it's here. And I want to remind you that that's the videos that I've been putting up now. It's been solid. That I've been trying to awaken. See, the word awaken, the vowels going up, and just if you learn that burn in the word thing, we'll get more clear. I'm going to tell you when it becomes like totally awesome to start working that method. It's when you start talking about, I want to talk about how it reminds me of poetry that you will read, the masters who said things, but everybody can kind of say it, but really the truth sounds the same. Like something like this, like, well, not necessarily something like the sky is blue. It's hard to explain. You have to get deeper. What we're talking about, what we're trying to go back to is our original belonging here as one with the universe. And then also with that, we have how to dial in on our very, I don't know what they call it, rights. I don't know why they call it rights to what's here, properties, water, the air. We're barely, now it's like, well, how are they going to tax the air? And they're just about doing it, right? Carbon tax. They would tax your feet. Well, did they manage to get to your feet? Got something messing with your feet or something? See, all of your health being hijacked. Their possibility of you. It's a business here, and wouldn't you rather have a business that conducts itself on making progress into more and more good feelings? Have it actually feeling good, not by way of the reward system, the fake rewards system over there that takes you out of your body and says, now just do this. Say 2 + 2 is 5, and you're looking at each other going like this, and all it is that you're getting fed something. It doesn't have to be food, really. The worst off, really, the worst mind control shit that's going on out there that's actually conducting the ever-loving hell through the amplification and the technologies that you see here that we're just given a chance to become channelers here. They are exposed to not just the fact that they could probably starve, and because they don't get money, they can become homeless and all this stuff like this. No, it's more complicated than that, because they are actually somebody who has a really great talent, right? Maybe they are just a live performing artist that really wants to make it. They're like, oh yeah, I want to make it, huh? So they're hijacked, and they say, here's how you make it, and they are shown, because with these particular individuals, they are going to be influencing the entire population. Now, if they were to wake up anytime soon, they could influence them in a different way and say something different. Now, so there's some signs of artists and actors that do that, Musicians are huge, notorious on it because they're going to kind of sing about it, you know. And the music itself is rebellion if it's tuned the right way. Satan hates music, but the actors and actresses, you know, see, unfortunately, the ego and the mind and these characters they take over the narcissist world, and just the sound kind of fades off in the distance, and you have the noise of the mind and characters and what people might be, see. And so on the screen, these people that act as actresses, none of them have their own minds of their own. They are traumatized, by the way. They cannot get up there without having been royally biffed up by anywhere from how you see that they end up in sex scandals and stuff like that. But really, it's deeper, much deeper. See, they're doing stuff with, well, you've heard about the children pedophilia. Much deeper than that, you've heard about maybe eating them and getting high on the adrenaline gland, because they are experiencing this. There's a race here, or whatever it is you want to call them. They are not tapping God very well. They don't have their own good energy. It's not good energy. It's not God energy, okay? It's just like, oh, I can imagine. If you ever just experienced your unalivened being, some people can be very excruciating to be around because they're not creative. They're not they talk about the weather, and they're going to talk about what they're going to do in the holiday next, and then little Billy's in school, and they love their math class, and Sarah did good in history. They have a graduation coming up, and it's like, babes, you people need to snap out of it, babes, please. I've made plenty of videos on this. I'm perfectly secure saying that, and I don't give a fuck about you just as much as you can care about really anything else, really anything at all. You are programmed. You have yet to wake up and find your interests. Instead of just, you made it to the restaurant to talk about all this shit you're not talking about a damn thing. You can hear the same fucking thing rattling off in each table, and you only wish it was about, yes, I found God, and the truth of which is just the same for all, and don't we harmonize great? Yes, hi, how are you? Peace on earth. Don't we love this non-GMO, organic food grown by, well, I did it. I grow my own food. I will begin to prove to you, just through language alone, it says that's not what's happening here. Both of those characters, men and women, are being encapsulated in imprisonment via their own minds. Really, they've been hijacked. They've lost sight of something, and yeah, it's through that. Well, there's history. I don't want to repeat it here. I want to talk about it, but there were. The story of Christ is a good one, but not only if you. It's okay to say that it was a man, but it wasn't a man. We can say it was a man, but then what about the witch hunts over there? Have you ever been a woman who was alive enough to say no and then get reactive abuse? Comment section down below. Why did you say no? Because you weren't feeling well. You have some other need, probably. You're a human being, and you're like, well, I would like for this to be met. I need food. I have a toothache. I'm really feeling something. I would really like a real presence here. You say, I can't yield to you at this time, something, whatever it is, right? I mean, really, don't you think you see it? You see it come up. Not that I'm saying that we just want to shirk all of our ability to do quality control. No. If it comes up that genuinely you're a man that cannot fry an egg for the life of you, you're going to be taken off the job because it tastes like shit. And if you do it on purpose, I swear to God, we have to start a tribe that says, now start kicking these people out. Kick them out. Go let them do some other purposeful thing over there. We have our realm and our own money. Thank God Shauna created a decoding system that we can sync it up with this. Money needs to be synced up with this now. It's a monitor. It's a monetary system. You have a monitor here that's going to see, is the human being awakening? How do you know? It doesn't matter what you say and what you type in lowercase base. You got to bring it up. Bring up your intellectual property through just the wording. In the word the, there is he. It points at matter there. Matter, in that word, you're going to find the word ria and or ear or era or what else? With the word R with the R reverse rule, you can add the M in there and try it. What else is there? It's interesting. But no, keep reducing it down and hit God. Well, God is there. EA with the R, reverse it. It could be AE. See, what I'm saying is that it's music. I have to have a feeling that EA, you find it in music. No? No. So in fact, A, B, C, D, E, F, G is what they use behind music. If you want to read it, but I can imagine thinking that you can ever do that. You hear music, you feel it, and if you're a musician, you play it. You don't read it and then start playing it. It never was music ever written down first, and then now we're going to play it because it was written. No. And it is the same. Get this now, this is going to trip you out. It's the same with reality itself and or um, the truth. See, the experience of the truth, all of this. See, the thing that we came up with the symbol system that is sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space called the English alphabet, it's a symbol system. See, the T is, you can find it everywhere. A table is shaped like a T. Now, it's not a coincidence that the word T, I mean, the symbol T, I'll call it a word every once in a while, because it's a symbol. It's a profound, like you put two of them together, if you don't think that looks like a table just as a stick figure symbol, you're not safe for kids. You should not have them either. Just saying, your imagination is shot, too shot, that you're not going to be able to, well, don't worry. Don't take it personally. Just, you can keep your day job over there, and we have something to do here. The people that can actually see the fact that the S looks like a snake, and then you can start sounding it out, right? Sound. Why does sound? The S symbol is really trippy because it starts to give you the spectrums. Spectrum, the two sides, the the yeah, the yin yang has the S right in the middle, right? Otherwise, we kind of disregard the O. It's actually a symbol, babe. How are you gonna put it in motion and show people the whole three-dimensional thing to it? But see, we have the O there, we have an S there. I've never chased money, not yet. I'm starting to. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So you mean that we need to start our own banking system here? I want to start a whole division where it's like, not only me, that we stop chasing money in the way that they have us thinking that some of us, I can't believe that it's happening like this for us, babes. Because the electronic pay thing can take care of those basic things, or at the very least, our communications bill. Just throw it back at them and say, oh, we're here. See, but how do you do it? See, how do you show them that you're there? You have to communicate something. You have to dare say something real. And say it through capitalizing your letters. If you just go towards, see, this is the thing, is that it's a matter of your true, real life awakening. Are you really feeling it? Do you want to live your whole life not having said anything or been a part of the real stand-up against what? Okay, so are you really trying to convince the kids around you that you're having a great time? You can't do that. You can't fake a vibe. Let's talk about the difficulties you've been having in your life. You don't really talk about that stuff? Okay, I understand. There's a lot of people that wear a mask. And it's like, babes, you look miserable though, right? I mean, literally, we have physical bodies being turned into morbidity, not excluding me. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this dilemma. See, I could just surrender and do this lowball insurance company thing that it's like, well, everybody has free medical here. You're right. Everybody has the freedom to just put your life in the mercy of these fucking psychopaths. Cool. How about you? Do you see any solution? Do you think you're part of the solution? Can you do quality control? Can you troll somebody else's page and say, you know what, you should obligate yourself to do? See, this is what we have to do next. Write an article using all capital vowels, and try to use them birds and words, and I'll tell you how to use them. It's just, you might not always have to do it, but capitalize the vowels. Let them know that you're here. Just do it in such a way that's like, see, it's weird because you'll, only an idiot, only a non-human, like, woo, that you found one, if they start fuming about, would you please write in the right way here? And it's like, no, I didn't spell anything wrong, okay? I'm only taking my freedom to capitalize anywhere, anytime. This, in fact, is to expose my own intellectual property, the ETs that I belong to. You see, I belong to Earth here. I belong to the heart, ear,